Hi guys, and welcome to another jumping puzzle video. We are here in Melkor's Leap for the jumping puzzle Scavenger's Chasm. The closest waypoint to it is Paga's waypoint, here, and we are going to be heading over here. The entrance into this one is relatively easy to die on, especially if you're being attacked by a risen eagle, as I just found out 2 seconds ago. This is by far one of my favorite jumping puzzles, but I don't tend to do it that often just because it does take some time. The point of it is to find 12 orbs in order to get the 3 chests at the end, and where they're hidden isn't exactly hard to find them, but given how high up it goes, you can die fairly easily. I actually recorded this video earlier today and ended up dying 6 times in the process. So I deleted it just because I didn't like the fact that I died 6 times in the process. Apparently when you're recording, the stakes are higher because I didn't die during the pre-run for it. I'm going to kill this risen eagle. I advise you do the same if you've never run this before. The entrance is right here. We are aiming for that little tiny sliver there. The point to get to it is you press W and A at the same time after you back off of this to hit the wall and slide down. Every now and again a rich mithril vein does spawn, and it is nice to get that, so I'll be right back. Yeah, no one wants to sit there watching someone mine mithril for a couple of minutes. Anyways, back, you run down from where that mithril is into this cavern. There are 2 risen spiders down here, generally speaking, and kill them, because they will pull you down otherwise. That pull ability of theirs can be reflected if you're running a reflection build on a mesmer.
Ready for more.
The first orb that we're going to go towards is past this spectral guard and up this way. You can head down into the water right off the bat, or not. There are 2 orbs in the water. This one you can get later on, but it is easier to get it early on, just because otherwise you end up backtracking quite a bit. There's the first orb.
There. Target identified.
Those are what you're looking for during this jumping puzzle. From here you can jump into the water. We are going to get the orb over here first. It is up in this crevice, within this large cavern. It is to the right after you enter, down and to the right. The next one is over towards the entrance into the puzzle, where I had originally stated you can jump down first or head upwards for the first one. That little tiny hole there is kind of hard to see, but where my cursor is circling is where the next one will be. We are up to 3 out of the 12. And now we just head over here for the start of the puzzle. Well, not really the start, but one of the ways into it. You can skip fighting this guard if you're careful, and if you jump up here fast enough. Don't be frustrated if you end up falling on this part a lot. The first time I ever did this puzzle, it did take me 4 hours to complete it, even with the aids of videos and other sites. And as I stated, in the first making of this video, I did fall 6 times to my death. And obviously that makes it pretty hard. But it is a very fun puzzle. The next one, if you could see the path I took, I went up and came through this hole here. It is down here.
Entering combat.
This is also the way that you can get the first orb that we got. If you climb back up these, which you have to do anyways. But then you jump across over there instead of what I'm going to be doing, which is jumping up here to go back over here. To make this next jump, you do need to aim for where my cursor is, because you will slide off anywhere else. Also, I advise being in a group for this. As I've said many times, I died constantly doing this, which means I had to waypoint back to Paga's waypoint, run back, jump down, and continue forward. And then the 5th orb is over through here. This one's kind of a pain because, one, it is deceiving in the fact that you don't know that that's an entrance, and 2, you have to spam the spacebar. And hope that you don't slide off to your doom. We want to go back through that tunnel. And head up. Over this way is the end of the puzzle. I don't know if it will ping before, if you just run over there or not, if you're just for the achievement. I took the time and did the puzzle the first time, so... And I didn't go over there until the very, very end. From here is basically where you can get all of the other ones that we don't have yet. So you're going to be wanting to backtrack here constantly. The first one we're going to get is over this way. Be careful where you step once you're over here. There's a hole there. And a small gap that I just left. Don't be fooled, you can backtrack from here. Head over to the right of where you had first come in, and head over here. Next we have a choice of 3 places that we can go. We can go up to the last 3, over to the one that's over here, or over to the one that's over here. No matter which one you choose, you do end up having to backtrack. We're going to go down to the harder one, a little bit harder one to get first. There is another way to go, and that is a spot that you need to jump. But I go this way just because I'm used to it. Here's this one. Be extraordinarily careful when you're trying to get out of here. Simply because if you don't fall correctly, you will fall to your doom. If you notice where we ended up is right back at the entrance. Now we just head back up that way. And this time head right instead of the left. Also, the reason why I'm not cutting out any of these is because this place is extraordinarily confusing. And I know if it gets cut out, people will be like, where's that orb? How did you get to it? I don't want to backtrack all the way through this video just to search for how you got there. I don't think I said this, but this is one of my favorite jumping puzzles, even though the length. It's just so much fun. Granted, I'm completely insane because I spend most of my time in Guild Wars repeating jumping puzzles. I ran most in the Asura and Savari lands at least once a day. Okay, the next one is down over here.
There. Target identified.
You can manage to leap onto the roof, but I wouldn't advise it. Instead, we're going to leap to where that spectral is and kill it.
Might and glory.
Now you can safely leap over here and grab your orb. We're going to want to jump into the water and repeat the entrance. I believe there is a way that you can end up not having to, but it is relatively difficult, and I've never made the jump. Like I said, you end up repeating this part a lot. Especially if you mess up and end up dying. Oh, you can also get to that orb by going that way. The one that was at the start. So there's actually 3 different ways that you can get that one orb. We are on the last 3, luckily. Just head back over here. And this time, head up this path here. The first of the 3 is over here. You can also pick this one up at the end of getting the other 2, because literally the last one of the 2 that you get is up there. That person's just about to make the jump. Be careful here. You want to land perfectly over here, otherwise you end up falling. Now, because that person was up there, I don't believe the spectral is going to respawn anytime soon. But there is a spectral that spawns right there. Oh, he just respawned. Of course, I wasted my
pain is
swiftness.
easy.
So as you can see, there's a spectral that spawns right here. Okay, I had to wait on the cooldown because I can't make the leap on my mesmer without that, so... Okay, we're alive. You can also make it just by running and jumping, but I don't like risking it because it is certain death if you fall from there. And here's the 12th orb. From here, you can jump down this way, back to orb 10. And just be careful as you go down, because otherwise you will fall down that. And we're just going to head backwards to where the end of the puzzle is. And that swiftness is going to kill me. Ah, didn't kill me. Okay, here's the end of the puzzle. And you can collect your 3 chests that have nothing of use in them whatsoever. I think I've once gotten her hair out of a chest. And once an exotic out of a chest. Thank you for watching. This is Flamewing80, signing out.